Hey, welcome back YouTube to more MSQ playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV Online. Castrum Imperatus or whatever. This 3-tower thing is now 2 towers because the main tower got destroyed by Fordola. So let's go ahead and continue. This way, there's no time to lose. We're heading that way to Specula Imperatoris. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Get yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother, right now. The locks on the massive gate appear to have been disabled. You need only prise them open to pass through. Glad you're here, MSQ. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us, on Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them. Kill their own men just to kill us. Stab them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck. That not need what the fuck, Pippin? But that need not mean anything. Jesus Christ, dude. Our forces are still evacuating and many remain unaccounted for. Alice, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? Nagiri's not far. I'll make it. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. Everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. MSQ, Ward of House Fortemps. We fought together on the steps of faith. You saved my life back then and now. I can walk, thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad, can't you hear me? Go, put him down over there.
Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
please. I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Meanwhile, the chaos of Castromabania.
Next round, double the charge.
Stinny.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
He has the eyes back? The eyes are with Shinryu, aren't they?
That's the cerulean pipeline.
Guess all will be answered. I am confused.
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon!
Oh, I thought I had Discord on streamer mode. My bad.
The savages are coming!
We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead, we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God is my witness. There will be a reckoning. Forgive me. Now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Aligiri. That was easy. Yeah, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alfred. Tell me he is alright. Take the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though, saying that, what will the resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Aligiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Wounded Imperial? Fucking slaughter him. So long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I have half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsabad instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Mask? I didn't recognize you at first. I'm feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. Mask, we have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when. Rites must be Jesus fucking Christ. Rites must be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. Sorry, it's just super freaking frustrating. Like, get through it. Tongue and mouth and lips. It's not that difficult. All Alliance and Resistance units have not withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It is time we spoke with General Dean. It's like I'm reading in my head faster than I can speak and my lips just fucking speed bump everywhere. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader. He was a patriot. But above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat. We cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger. Let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when you face your enemy. It will carry us far, General. That I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castromabania's cannon. The Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought of their own soldiers' safety. We may struggle to approach them. A frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? Do you suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again? Mayhap due to a malfunction? While one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or a heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities. The fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago. I do. But I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papalimo and I arrived at Rulger's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance, and then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions. But even then, I knew deep down that it was an excuse, that I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or Ida. Then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries, and as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. Now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm best qualified. It's as simple as that. Don't worry, Naga, I'll come back. I promise.
While I acknowledge Commander Hecht's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do so alone. MSQ, would you go with her?
Would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir.
And it is settled. We will await your return.
Sorry to drag you into this, MSQ. May not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now all I can do is be myself. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castrum. Newncraft's Hope. Ship stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might be just an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Lise, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright?
Sure was ancient golems.
Had just enough health for a full rotation. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you've met the golems. Thought the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Then, time to climb. Phew. That took a bit more out of me than I expected. And here she is. Newncraft's Hope. The ark that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the 6th Umbral era. It's comforting to know that they have always been people who cared about this much about their fellow men, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must have made it up. The proof's right here, isn't it? I didn't mean just the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even when they didn't even want you to. It can have been easy, staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it, me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Hien, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all. I can fight by your side. I can be me. That'll just have to be enough, eh? Strange to think back on it. We'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. If monster murders their own. Is that smoke from Castromabania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon. Can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, MSQ, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castromabania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's champing at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. We have to tell the others. Come on. Easier down than up, eh? But not necessarily. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now, before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. There's no time to lose, MSQ. General Aldine needs to know what we saw.
You're returned. I only hope you bring good news.
We scaled the cliffs of Neoncref's Hope and spied smoke rising from Castromabania's main cannon. I think Marshal Terrapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Then we must attack Castromabania at once.
It would still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity.
Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could simply have kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk anything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk, but how are we to infiltrate the castrum? In anticipation of days such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Geobania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castromabania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. We may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. You should be glad to accompany her, General, as would Alice and MSQ, I am sure.
Well then, if you are all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castromabania. Go and may Rauger watch over and keep you.
My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lise, nor less Alamigo. Castromabania is the largest Imperial facility in the Peaks, you see, so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but there is even a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process. I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. So, to review, we are to travel to Radiata, where we will meet with a contact recruited by Marshal Terrapin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while MSQ and Lise were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula in Praetoris or Castrum Urbania. Perhaps as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. Aye, you have the right of it. They got a better deal than most Elamigans, feeding off what scraps and Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Terrapin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, I do. But I also understand the desire to look after their families by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rugden woman. She will ask us a question. After we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. Courage, right. Put together a squadron, Nago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends, and be ready for anything. See, what did I tell you? Let us continue on to Specula Imperatoris. Of course there were still soldiers looking about. Fortunately, they were no match for Lise. Come, Radiata is not much further. Of course, in light of our recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. Your accent, Alpha Node, is going all over the place. Looks like it's safer to enter. I don't see any Imperials. A don't see smoke above Castromania anymore. You think they fixed the cannon already? You know, it said we were looking for a Rogdener woman, right? And that we should answer her question with courage. I suppose we'll have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find our contact. Let me know if you find her, and I'll do the same. Ain't seen you around before. Takes a certain kind of man to walk into a place like this uninvited. One with courage, I suppose. Courage, you say? That's in short supply these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me a coward too if you like, cause I'll not speak on it more. It's not here. Outside Radiata, behind those barricades over yonder, on the other hand. Hey, was that who I think it was? Well, that's a relief. Or a trap. Either way, I'll find Alphanode and Alisei. We'll meet you there. Right on top of the enemy, huh? Oh, thank God it's passive. Jeez. Not followed, were you? Good. You were saying? Dan, she's tall. About all of you, is it? Let's get to it then. Name yourselves. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Terrapin. Name Stark. Stark Woad. The rest you know, or we wouldn't be here. This is about Specula Imperatoris and the cannon, isn't it? Just so, can you tell us what had happened? I overheard soldiers talking while working in the mess. The cerulean pipeline fueling the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon. Beggars belief? Nevertheless, that's what they said. It took a while, but they finally put the fires out, and the engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at shadows and afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help have been sent home indefinitely, so the cannon could have already been fully operational. We need to sneak inside Castrum Urbania to ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? That much I can do. I've pieced together a map of the interior over the years, and I know for a fact that there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. If we split into several groups, that may improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be few in number, but I have faith we can see this through. We have that for which we came. All that remains is to make our preparations. Lise and her unit will make for primary objective, the fire control center. At the same time, we will enter the castrum by way of the ventilation ducts, whereupon we will proceed to weapons research and create a diversion. If all goes to plan, our parties will subsequently converge. Together, we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I'll go and brief Nago on the details. The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the Magitech patrols before you can infiltrate the castrum. And the giraffes are hostile? It's not good. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here any moment. Once you've dealt with them, we'll be clear to advance, assuming they keep to their usual schedule. Might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Walker, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly. MSQ is the finest warrior I know, and I should like to think we have learned something from our time in his company. Where's the entrance to our docks? Right behind you. I've mapped the branches, so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places. Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance. As discussed, MSQ, we shall infiltrate the castrum and cause as much chaos as possible. This will draw the Imperials away from Lisa and her men, thereby allowing them to reach the fire control center. If there's nothing else, I'll return to the Resistance forces and show them to their entrance. May Roger guide you to victory. This is your last chance to make your preparations, MSQ. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin. Astromabania, now accessible. Say it as him. Alphanode. Alright, as soon as the queue pops, we'll see you in there. Alrighty, and once again, thanks to the FC, we have a full light party. Let's go ahead and jump into Astromabania. Oh, this is Astromabania. Really? Okay. Oh boy. Oh, I stood in that. There was a chest. Gets in the next one. first boss. Get off of the thing, thank you. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's why they come out of the thing. These are the experiments. This is the stuff we saw in the cutscene with Cryo. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. This has the coffer. second boss? Yeah. What's the name? Subject number 24. We always say, me and my friend Bunny, we always say, imagine if those like AoE markers afterwards the fight, if they still go off, like a tank buster or something, or a stack marker. Alright, we are almost towards the end. I believe we have one more little pocket mob, and then it's the last boss. I think so. Alright. I hope this isn't for Fordola. No, I don't think it would be. It's being delivered. If it was that one dude who came up to us in the steps, the one who wants to kill us so bad, Inferno, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't him. Imagine if you could fall off. Squad goals. Huzzah! Nice.
Understood. We're on our way. Lisa's unit should be advancing upon the fire control center in the command tower. Let us join them.
I don't think that's the last time we're gonna see Inferno.
Lise! Thank the 12 you're all right.
And you. There's the control center. Let's hit them hard and fast. Ready?
She's here.
They're here!
It was you, wasn't it? gave the order to fire. It was over. The Skulls had surrendered. No one else had to die. And you killed them. Your own people. Your own comrades.
You're right. I killed them. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn, all the rest. Trained and fought with every last one of them. Good soldiers to a man. I gave the order that led to their deaths. And I knew exactly what I was doing.
But why? Why would you do that?
They died so that all Alamegans could live free. That was all we ever wanted. We made a promise that we would do whatever it took, so that one day the Imperials would learn to accept us. But everything comes at a price. And if you haven't got the means to pay, then you pay with blood. Service guarantees citizenship, but citizenship guarantees naught. It's not enough to do your part, oh no. You have to run faster, fight harder, kill more and more and more, and only then will you be equal. That's just how it is out here in the provinces. You buy your freedom with blood. There is no other way.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! You don't get to talk about freedom. You killed your own. They trusted you, and you killed them. Murderer! Butcher! Traitor!
Interesting.
Lise! Gotcha!
Ooh, that's not good.
I know what you can do. I've already seen it.
Alize!
Even so, the odds are against me.
Coward! Get back here!
Hero! Lord Xenos invites you to join him for the Royal Hunt, to be hosted at the palace. You may bring your horde, if you like. All are welcome.
She'll be all right, but we'll need to carry her. Will you help me? Thank you. Lise, I leave matters here in your hands.
Right.
Well, we did it. Castrum Urbania belongs to us now. Nago and her people took Alice and Radiata to receive treatment. Alfred tells me she'll make a full recovery. She should be happy. We won, and with minimal casualties. Somehow it's empty. We should report to General Aldine. Kyle wasn't here, but who knows? Maybe one of Raban's men found something which could lead us to her. Can't hurt to ask anyway. Alright, that's gonna do it for this block. That's a fun dungeon, honestly. I like the second boss especially. But thank you, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.